guys, so I finally have my tutorial all finished. I just wanted to record an intro. So here's my intro. Welcome to my channel, I guess. So these masks took me like 2 months. I think I started August. Well, the end of, I believe, August is when I officially started them, and then they really didn't get finished until this week. So, Adam, I missed a whole bunch of spots because I just like was getting sick of recording everything, but there's still a few, and basically I'll get into it at the end. And I have like fake eyelashes on. They're kind of like messing with my eyeballs because I just wanted to try like applying them to myself because I put some pairs on friends this weekend and they actually turned out really well. But whenever you put them on yourself, it's a whole different story because you can't really see what you're doing. Because, I don't know, with me, I close an eyeball when I do it. So anyways, my tutorial is all right here. Watch it and we'll come back and I'll show you what they look like. So I started off with that Crayola dry clay magic or something like that. I basically just formed it on my face mold, and you can see the wires. I'm going to be cutting those out, but the wires just helped give it some structure so it would like hold its shape a little bit better. But here I am just, you know, cutting that out because you really don't want it, and if I could I probably would have pulled it out, but that's okay. But it's not the most stable, so I wanted to like back it up. So here I'm using some liquid latex and flour to make that latex paste, just so I can slather it all over and give it just a little bit more structure and stability. Here is the bottom jaw, and you just want to like put it all over. You want to pretend like this is a cake and you are icing it and making it a nice little ice face mold, I guess. I don't really know how else to describe that, but you want to do it to the top and the bottom. So I do that, and then it's a little, I can never get it very smooth. So if you go in with just some regular liquid latex, you can smooth it out with your finger, you know, by tapping your finger into just some regular liquid latex and smoothing it all about, making it real nice. I'm going to make the teeth now for the inside of the barber mouth. I'm using this Elimorph plastic. It is little plastic balls that when you add to very hot water, if you see steam, this is very, very hot, they turn clear, and then you can mold them. And we're going to need a bunch of teeth, so you're kind of far away, but the plastic was white. It is now turning clear. So that means it's working, which I knew it was going to work anyways. I've used this a couple times for some other things. But once they're all clear, you can pick it up. I also suggest if you use this stuff, try not to use plastic, because I found that plastic tends to like stick to these because this is just plastic anyways. Let's see, it's clear now, so it's very moldable. Just move this. So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna roll it out a little bit. And they don't have to be perfect because they're just teeth. It's kind of like my Demogorgon behind me. So I made that a nice long tube, kind of uniform, not really. But now I'm just gonna like cut them into little squares, I think.
I'm just going to like maybe take my tool and like turn them into little teeth. We'll see how this goes. Never made this kind of stuff teeth before, like some molars. Well, that took some time. All right, so I made my molars. I have a bunch still curing. I have a handful here, but I think that's bottom jaw is this the bottom? Yeah, bottom jaw is good. I am gonna make my latex paste and put it in here. I am gonna color it. I can't get into my garage right now, or I would get just food coloring, because that's where I keep my food coloring. Actually, it's my bath bomb stuff that I make when I make bath bombs, because it's skin safe. However, we're gonna try using some of this demon blood, a little bit of this vampire blood. It may work, it might not work. I don't know. We're gonna experiment. Also in this, I don't know if you can see, I put a little like line to help reinforce it, but I don't really think I need that, so I'm gonna rip it out because that's where my teeth are gonna go, and it's actually coming up really easy, so.
Alright, so I make my paste and now I'm just filling in the inside, and since it did color well, that's going to be, you know, the gum lines and, you know, keep everything kind of that pinky red color like you would see in a mouth. And this part I'm just trying to like cover the white part, and right now like I'm just smoothing it out, trying to make it look nice. But I am going to make the paste a little thicker so I can put it like to really raise up the gum so the teeth have something to stick in. And so here, I must have already did that part. No, here it is, my bad. So I do that and I make the gum lines a little bit thicker so I can then put all the teeth in like you can see right here. This is another part where I had to put like a line around my face to kind of help give it structure, so it wouldn't be two pieces, it would just be one piece that I could put a band in. Now this took forever to dry. This project actually took me like 2 months to do because there was so much applying, letting it dry, and reapplying. But we're gonna get into, this was an attempt at putting the black cover on the inside with a strap to attach to my head. This did not work at all. It was awful. I made the fabric inside too loose, so I attempted it again, and this also did not work at all. It was awful. So we're gonna attempt another way, and the second way was I took the fabric, I glued it to my face mold, I put the barber mask over top where it would sit naturally, and then I go in with a hot glue gun and I just start gluing it all together, and this worked so much better. If you attempt to do this, make sure it's your face mold and do this step, because this is the way that it should be done. That way it's not too skinny, it will fit your face, I promise. I mean, this part doesn't look too pretty, but it definitely works. And I made sure that there was some extra fabric all around after I glued it. That way if I needed to, you know, readjust it or pull it or loosen it in places, I would have that extra fabric. And plus any extra fabric you can just go in and cut out, which you'll see here in just a little bit. This is still just me gluing. I also glued the eyeballs to the black fabric, and I honestly wish I didn't, because later on I kept having the tongue and the eyeballs break apart, and I'd have to keep re-gluing it and reinforcing it. But I didn't know what else to do, but you can decide how, if you want to make this, how to do it. But here is the part where I'm cutting out all that extra fabric that I left, just to, you know, give me some leeway, I guess, to make sure that everything fit the way it was supposed to. So once you check all your edges and make sure that everything is glued down the way you want it to, now you're gonna remove it. You're basically gonna take out your face mold and hope to God everything stays together. Around this point, I'm gonna glue in straps, and the straps are basically what's gonna, like, you know, attach it to my head so it doesn't come out. It's just actually headbands that I got at like the Dollar Tree, I think. I'm using two. So one is like the upper part so it won't slide down off my head, and then the one that goes around my head to help keep it in place and kind of secure. I just use hot glue. I think if this was going to be like something I was going to wear a lot, I would probably sew it all in, just because I think that would help keep it intact and it wouldn't come out. And here's me trying it on, and I think it looks awesome. All it needs is a wig. But now let's start on Adam. So Adam, I used an old Plague Doctor mask with that Crayola clay magic again, because I thought it would give it a pretty nice shape, and it really does. Like, it turned out pretty decently because I really didn't know. And then I lost a whole bunch of footage, and I'm really sorry, but I basically took it out and I made latex paste, and I just used latex paste over and over and over again to build up the structure on how I want it to look. And I'm using my face cast, and we later discovered that my face is smaller than Nick's face, so he had a rougher time with it, but I think it turned out pretty good. Literally 2 months. I was just running out of time. If I did this again, I would probably make sure that the eye holes were symmetrical, and I would probably make the nose a little bit thinner and longer, but just for time's sake, I kind of had to just keep going with what I had already. But Adam, when you watch the movie, also has like these weird, he has like a hand on the top of his head. So this I would probably also do a little bit more differently. I would try to make them more like fingers, but I think it looks awesome. I glued hair on it. I gave them all a really good paint job, and this is what it is. So here's my husband as Adam. I think it looks great. I got him a plaid shirt. I think that it wasn't fitting there, so I had to like pull things out from the inside to let it work. And here he is taking some selfies because he was pretty excited about me making him dress up. Then here's me. I got myself a nice curly wig, and we went to my local art center's Halloween party, had a pretty awesome time, and got lots of pictures. We walked in and everybody's like, oh my god, but we want a picture of you guys. And then we went to a bar and same thing happened. A ton of people wanted our picture, and it was great. And I hope you like this.
So that's what
Thank you so much for watching.
2 months to do. And it was really worth it because I'm gonna keep them. I'm gonna buy some head forms and I'm gonna stick them on. They're probably gonna end up somewhere back here, like my Demogorgon. But they're gonna have to like actually sit on something, because we'll start with Adam first. So this is the Adam mask. It's pretty heavy and it goes back like on the head. So like the inside's not very pretty. But it turned out really well. And if I did this again, I wouldn't make it so thick, because this one did get pretty thick. But the parts that you missed on his face, basically, once I had the mold of the Crayola clay, I just kept going over it and over it with the liquid latex and flour paste, because that I could put some on, I could sit it, like let it sit a couple days, come back to it, apply some more, thicken it up. extend the nose, make these little finger thingies at the top. And then the hair, here's a funny story. I went to Walmart too late. A lot of their wigs were picked through, especially like men wigs. A lot were like blonde or purple or pink, like pretty ones. And I needed just brown, like normal hair color, texture, everything. So this is actually a wig, this is actually a beard wig. So I just and it was a really cheap wig because I could just pull the hair off like in strips. So that's what I did. I basically destroyed the beard and then I just laid down hot glue, put it on, pulled the excess off, and there's still a whole bunch of excess that's coming off of here. But I just kept doing that until it looked like hair. And then that's basically Adam. He probably took me the longest just because there's a whole lot of applying and then stopping and then reapplying, like I said, but looks pretty good. And then Barbara, she had a rough night because the eyeballs kept falling off of the tongue, but here she is. And see the eyeballs, they're not even attached here anymore, which is fine. It broke like 3 times in the making, so I kept having to glue them back on, and then it'd break in a new spot and then have to glue them back on. But I'm just gonna glue them back on again, and then since they're gonna be on a form, they shouldn't break again, but you know, whatever. But yeah, so this turned out like really, really good, and I'm really, really proud of it. And I'm happy that we won. You know, I didn't know like what the categories were gonna be. I didn't know if we were gonna be scary enough, or, I mean, of course I was sexy, but who knows. And if you saw my Facebook, I had to delete that because you guys are being kind of mean. But this is so much fun to make. I don't know how I'm gonna top myself next year. There's some ideas in our head. Actually, whenever I was about to make this, I had 2 ideas. This is the one that won. The other one that was on the back burner that we haven't even started with, that will probably come here. I'm probably gonna have to start that one a lot earlier, like I'm thinking January or February, because it's the one character is quite large and quite time consuming, and it's gonna be a big one, a really big one. But thanks for watching. I really appreciate everybody that does watch it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this. Share it. Tell your friends. We're gonna do a contest here in a little bit. If I can reach 100 subscribers, I'm gonna give something away. I don't know what I'm gonna give away. Maybe a cat. You guys want a cat? I can give a cat away. She's over there. That's really mean to say. She just doesn't get along with the other kitties. But anyways, thanks again for watching. See you next time. Bye.